Modify. Make partial or minor changes to something, typically as to improve it or make it less extreme. Y'all, I modify a lot. Over the last 2 years since prioritizing my workouts, I've recently realized that the main reason I've been able to stay consistent in showing up is the ability to modify. I rarely go all in, give 100%, and exhaust myself to test the limits of this 40-year-old body. I show up, I give what I can in that moment, and I modify as much as needed. And I come back, not perfectly, but consistently. With starting with today, as a Black woman, social entrepreneur, not directly connected to long funding lines, I take my initial grand vision of an event or workshop or experience, and then I modify. I modify according to our budget mostly, but I also modify according to my energy and capacity at that moment. I am often forced to ask myself, what's the heart of this initiative? And how can I preserve it at all costs while stripping away the nice to haves? Over the last 2 years, through this brutal pandemic, the muscle to modify has sustained this organization. Full stop. In a world that praises the pivots, the deviations, and beginning anew, I have found myself leaning into the power to modify, to welcome some ease or relief in a moment in an effort to persevere. I have been able to build something beautiful and way beyond me because of perseverance through modification. Sure, there are times when pivots are absolutely necessary, but oftentimes we walk away from a great thing too prematurely when we are challenged because we have yet to figure out how to strip away the burden of perfection. And for those challenging times, I invite you to tap into the power of modification so you can experience the victories of seeing your visions and yourself blossom into their full potential. So tell me, what are you modifying this week? This has been another Starting With Today SWT production. Be sure to follow Starting With Today on all of your favorite platforms at Starting With Today. Also, be sure to follow the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, and SoundCloud. See you next time.